Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan Battle video. So, along with LR Bardock and the Lord Slug event came this Kid Gohan right here. I actually really like this Kid Gohan. Like, see, this is the kind of almost sort of goofy, like, units that I do like them releasing. You know, Gohan, from the beginning of the Lord Slug movie when he's whistling and playing around with Icarus here. Now, again, he's a free farmable unit, and he also is a category leader for the Hybrid Saiyan team. So I figured, why not show like what he kind of could be good for moving forward, you know, for certain players. Now, I know it's not going to be like this for everyone, but there are going to be people out there, like free-to-play players, who like have managed to get very lucky, you know, and they've pulled, you know, LR Gohan or LR Trunks and Goten, but they do not have Ultimate Gohan. So now you could run this Kid Gohan right here, kind of as a free-to-play leader for the Hybrid Saiyan team, and then all you'd have to do is just bring a friend Ultimate Gohan, and you could run the Hybrid Saiyan team. Now, obviously, it's not going to be as strong as, like, the full-power Hybrid Saiyan team, but still, like, you know, this is the kind of thing that I really, really like Akatsuki doing, like, releasing these free-to-play type units. So, like, you can really kind of experiment with teams, and it'll help out free-to-play players a lot more. Like, the Universal Survival Arc team, for example, has, you know, approximately 75 free-to-play units on it. So, like, it's very, very easy, even if you're free-to-play, to build that team, and let's say you get lucky and you pull Jiren, you have plenty of solid free-to-play options for that team. Now, okay, so Goku's going to Super Gohan right here. One really good thing about this Gohan is he does reduce damage by a pretty significant amount. So you're gonna be pretty like well off using this Gohan as a support type unit on the Hybrid Saiyan team, because the Kid Gohan, he has like two basically big values he could bring to the team. One, he could reduce the amount of damage that he takes. And he also is a support type unit that will give a nice little support type buff to other units, you know, like LR Trunks and Goten or LR Gohan. So, like, that's the free-to-play unit that I really like. I've talked about this before, how, like, you're never going to have a unit that is, like, you're never going to have a free-to-play unit that'll be, like, doing more damage than, like, a Dokkan Fest exclusive type unit, right? Like, it's just not going to happen. The hardest hitters in the game are going to be LRs and Dokkan Fest exclusives. But, you know, free-to-play units that are like support type units, defensive type units, you know, some sort of role like that, they, on the other hand, you know, that you actually can get a lot of value out of them, even if they're not like just a hard-hitting type unit, like this Kid Gohan. The fact that, you know, he can serve basically 3 solid roles. 1, he could be a free-to-play Hybrid Saiyan leader. 2, he can reduce damage by 30%. And then 3, he is actually a support type unit, like raising allies' attack by 20%. Like, that's all, like, very good. Like I really like what they're doing. I've talked about how I think it might be somewhere along the line of the fact that Dragon Ball Legends is a thing. I do feel as though that might contribute to, like, Akatsuki all of a sudden being, you know, very generous with free-to-play units and such. I do think that is very likely to be related. Now, the other thing that Kid Gohan can do is he can also lower attack, but it's not really going to be that useful here because, you know, most of the toughest bosses in Dokkan now, they're actually, like, you know, immune to attack being lowered, defense being lowered, you know, immune to stunning, sealing, all of that. But some certain bosses it can actually work with. Can Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, I think you can actually lower his attack. Now that I'm looking at it, you can, okay. So Kid Gohan is going to help out a lot here. He actually did go ahead and lower our boy Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's attack. How about that? Okay. So see, that's another thing too, is, you know, back in the day, there weren't really a lot of units who were kind of getting that treatment, right? Units who were able to lower attack. That's kind of a thing that was basically saved for a lot of, like, villain type cards. But now, like, free-to-play cards have been getting the ability to lower enemy attack. Lowering defense is never really... Wow, Trunks really showing out today. But lowering, like, defense has never really been that important. It doesn't cause you to do, like, an overwhelming extra amount of damage to enemies, as disappointing as it is. But, you know, any little bit does kinda help, I would have to say. Okay, not bad. 2 million crit by LR Gohan there. LR Gohan remains a monster of a unit. I can't wait till LR Gohan actually gets another category. He really, really does badly need one. And I do think LR Gohan, like, we could see him getting a category. Like, you know, if they decided to release, like, a new Cell, you know, maybe, like, LR Gohan could get, like, a Cell Saga category or something like that. I think the worst case scenario for LR Gohan would be if they decide to make a Cell Saga category leader and it's Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Because, like, that is something they could do, and, oh, that would be the worst. Just because, you know, LR Gohan is such a powerful unit, and that would make it so you wouldn't be able to use him on that Cell Saga team. So hopefully, like, Cell would be kind of the Cell Saga leader. I do think it probably would end up being one of those two units, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, or, like, you know, Super Perfect Cell. But we'd see. Okay, we got the Super Saiyan 3 transformation right here for Gotenks. That always ensures we'll do a lot of additional damage. And he only takes 120, not bad. Now, Mighty Mask. LR Mighty Mask, LR Trunks, and Goten. It is absolutely insane to me how I did, like, a ridiculous amount of summons, right? Like, absolutely insane amount on that LR Bardock banner. And again, I was not able to pull another Mighty Mask. So at this point, I'm also sitting here. I do not need to heal. We're not going to be able to get a super attack with the Kid Gohan, but that's okay. You know, he is going to be giving both of the LRs buff to their damage. But I was not able to pull Mighty Mask. So, like, the last time I pulled LR Mighty Mask for the first time, I believe it was on LR Bojack's banner. And I have never pulled him since, which is crazy because I've pulled multiple copies of every single other LR in the game since I've last pulled Mighty Mask. Like, some of them, like LR Broly, I've pulled 10 times since I last pulled LR Mighty Mask. So it just goes to show how, like, chasing unfeatured units sometimes is a very, very dangerous game to play, and you do really want to be careful. Okay, Goten and Goku Jr., they're forming a nice little partnership right now, so I'll kind of let them continue to do their thing. And they should be able to finish off Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta right here. I might go ahead and break down the Kid Gohan, and we might try and get a Dokkan attack. Looks like we're about to get a Dokkan attack, so I could maybe just get the Dokkan attack with Kid Gohan real fast, and then we probably will go ahead and finish up this video. I do feel like this team, like, you know, I do have my LR Gohan and Trunks, like, rainbowed, right? But, like, I do think it is realistic that there's free-to-play players out there who would have, like, LR Gohan or, like, LR Trunks. You know, like, nowadays, you could re-roll and kind of, like, easily get stuff like that to happen, but they don't have Ultimate Gohan. So, kind of my idea for showcasing this Int Gohan here was just for the fact that, like, you can kind of get like a free-to-play kind of hybrid Saiyan team going. So this right here, this is Flappy Wings Gohan Kid. His leader skill is the hybrid Saiyan category, key to an HP attack and defense 30%. So all of the Gohan Kid units in the game are now farmable. The only thing is that there's not really a ton of Gohan Kid units that are, like, really that good or really do need to be farmable. The other thing, too, I do want to break down is that LR Kid Gohan, the physical one, you're not going to be able to farm his super attack with this Gohan. I mean, you can, but you need to be prepared that it is a 1% chance for this Kid Gohan to raise the LR Kid Gohan's SA. So you're not really going to be able to do that. In order to raise LR's SA like that, like once they've already become LR, is to either feed in another copy of itself or give them, like, Elder Kais. And feeding in another copy of that Kid Gohan is something you cannot do because of the fact that you only get 5 copies. You need to feed the other ones into his dupe paths in order to 100% him. So you could use this Gohan to... the only other, like, 2 Kid Gohans you realistically would have to raise their SA levels of is the Tech Icarus Gohan, and there also is the Int 40% support Gohan. Those 2 Gohans, you know, you could go ahead and raise their SA levels with this Int Gohan, but that's about it. So I actually don't have the 40% Int support type Gohan. I might farm up 9 of these Gohans and then just wait for that Gohan to go ahead and come back on the Int type banner. When was the last time the Int type banner was up on JP? I don't know. September? October? I can't remember the last time that the Int banner was on JP. It's been almost a year since the Int type banner was around. Like, it's crazy how they've, like, basically, like, discontinued those type banners, man. Very, very bizarre. But continuing on with the Gohan, his super attack is the Masenko, which does extreme damage and lowers attack, so I do like that lower attack. His passive skill is High-Pitched Whistle, which is damage received minus 30%, which is very good, and then all allies attack plus 20%. So for a free-to-play unit, he's very, very useful. His links are the Innocence, Saiyan Warrior Race, All in the Family, the Saiyan Lineage, and Z Fighters. His 12 key multiplier is 130%. And then, of course, he does have the one category, the team which we use him on, which is, of course, the Hybrid Saiyan category team. The Hybrid Saiyan category team, I think, is about to get a monster buff as well, because the physical Super Saiyan Dokkan Fest Future Gohan is about to release, and he could be a pretty good unit for this team. I mean, considering LR Gohan and LR Trunks are prepared for battle units. Obviously, Ultimate Gohan is not, but those LRs are, so he could be a pretty solid fit on this team. But, alright guys, that will go ahead and do it for today. I love that they keep releasing these free-to-play type units who are very, very useful. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.